Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome along. How are you all doing today? Hope all is very well. Happy Monday everybody. Hope your first day of the week was going well so far. If it is over, hope you're in for a nice evening of sitting in front of a computer or a screen watching or playing Farm Sim, whatever you get up to. We are coming to you live again from Felsbrunn. We're going to continue with our development, but before we do, let's say hello to everybody we have in chat. So today we have got Kieran, we got Nightmare, Speed QB, we got Jack McElwain. Welcome along, guys. Hope you're all doing very well. Chris Sanchez is here. Anders is in here as well. Welcome along, guys. How are you all doing? Ryan as well. Stephen Nesbitt, welcome, welcome. What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing very well today. We're going to be going for a little bit. Who knows how long? We'll just kind of figure that one out as and when we get into it, really. But why not? Let's just get flying with it here. Hello, Liam and Ryan as well. How are you doing today, guys? You're off sick today, making me feel better. Oh, thank you, Nightmare. I hope I can make you feel that much better as we go on. GD, no, you know I can't promise that. Come on now. Let's be real here. So before we go too deep, can somebody give me a confirmation that our volume is sounding good? And we will get stuck into it. Let's just check, actually. Let's give myself a little bit more pep on the old audio. Let's do that. So we are in this is our field. We have stacked a few of the bales. All those bales down there we're keeping. The rest of them we're going to try and sell. Get a little bit of extra money going here. So we're going to take a little bit of a road trip down to the barn. I have one contract saved, which is a spraying contract. So we're going to get on with that one because we're going to make a little bit of money. It's field 6. And we're going to make about 7 grand from that because we own a sprayer, so we might as well go and do that job, get a little bit of extra income. Yeah, and we'll get ourselves away. So how are you all doing? What is new with everyone? How has your first week of Farm Sim been? I just came in from putting silage in the maize and the ring feed. Oh, nice, Jim Bob. How are the ribs holding out today? Feeling better, I hope. Let's get that as well. And around we go. You have no homework? Well, that's always good, surely. Do I want to go that way? No, I want to go to the next one. I'm really starting to get into FS19 now in a big way. I'm really enjoying just spending a lot of time working the fields at the moment. Must say, very much enjoyable. Can't wait to get it, Jack. That's the spirit. And there are still a few teething issues. Giants, I know, will be working hard to get those resolved, but overall there are a lot of improvements for me. A lot of really positive things to build off of. You're in the ideal. Very nice. Don't crash. That's a big machine to break. But you saw it coming this time. There you go. Lessons learned, I suppose. So I'm hoping I can just dump the straw into here. Guess we'll find out. That looks more like to me an animal dealer thing. Let's see. What's happening here? Oh no, maybe not. Yes! There we go. Making money now, people. We're making money. I crashed coming out the shop. It's not just me who does that then. A lot of people are playing Chellington. I've seen a lot of rumours and a lot of pictures of Chellington. I don't really know what's going on with that one, but I have not yet looked at that. It looks like, obviously, I've spoken to Oxy a lot, quite a bit recently. He's never mentioned anything, so I'd assume it's someone else has converted that over. You should start modding Nightmare QE. I could, but it would not end well. Not at all. Why do I have my yard in Dairyman's Diary? It is, if you're looking at the Ravenport map, Jack, it is by Field 1. I think it is, in the very north. It's a great little place actually because it is relatively flat. There's no concrete there or anything to begin with. You have to put it all down yourself. You have to be a bit tricky, but it works out quite well. I wish I had the ability to mod. I really do. I wish I had the creative eye for it, or the patience, more importantly. So I'm hoping as well. We've got about 20 grand. 25 grand. We'll sell some more bales. We've got a job for about 7,000 to do. If we get those done, trying to build up a little bit more money. I want to do a couple of things. I want to buy a couple of bits and pieces. I'll expand where possible. So we'll try and do that if we can. Because we are also going to have to start thinking about drilling soon as well. We also need to spray this field because it's got some weeds coming through. Hello, Mr. Virtual Farmer. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, sir? If you have yet to do so, of course, well, if you don't know VF by now, where on earth have you been for the last few weeks? Number one. Number two, he is, of course, one half of Cornbrook Contracting, the series that returned to FS19 this weekend gone. So do make sure you go and check that out. My episode was yesterday. If you've not seen the one prior to that, that was VF's on Saturday. So do make sure you go and check them both out. A series that has got a great deal of potential and is really going to start to gather pace, I do believe now. Based on Felsbrunn, here in the foothills of the Alps. The Alps? Foothills of the Alps even. How do you place concrete, Jack? So what you typically do, and now it doesn't always work first time, you got to be quite careful with it. You would place a building, say that one over there, and then you would sell the building, but it keeps the terrain in place. So by doing that, you get a concrete footprint, and then you place it next to it a little bit, and then sell it again. So you can start to build a big flat yard. And once you've done that, then you can kind of place sheds where you like, and you've got a concrete yard to work with. That's what I was doing. That's what we've done for the Cornbrook Contracting yard. That's what we did for the Dairyman's Diary yard. And if you do it that way, if you do it with a bit of patience there, typically the placeable system is not that bad. You've just got to work with it. Hello, Mr. DuPont. How are you doing, sir? Welcome aboard. Oh, Mark, message me after this about what we were trying to do yesterday, because I have some more time today. And we'll get you all figured out. Oh, didn't see you. Sorry, sir. Hey Milton, welcome along buddy, how you doing? Alistair, hello my friend, how are you doing? Welcome onto the stream, hope all is well. That bunch looked nice. That wasn't a bad vehicle, was it? The driver was a bit of a numpty, but you can't have it all. Oh, in 56, welcome in, how are you today my friend? Welcome back to Felsbrunn. I do like this little John Deere. I was thinking actually, we're going to have to go for an overtake here. This is too slow. I have still, if I had to put a percentage on vehicles used on FS19, I am still at 25%, I would say, at the very best. Still got so many vehicles I want to have a play around with. I still, shockingly, haven't used the AGCO Ideal yet either, which is a crime. I had a quick look through to see if there were any contracts with the AGCO, and there aren't any yet, so need to hang fire there. Come on, car. Let's go, car. I'm sure he's got thick skin if he is there, GD. You know it, Mark. That's exactly what I'm facing with. Added in with a lot of slushy, melty snow, which is great. No worries, Jack. So what you need to do, you use a placeable shed. You place that shed somewhere, and then you sell it. And what that will do is remove the shed, but keep the terrain. And then you keep doing that until you build up like a nice hard area to use. From which you can then, you build up like a concrete yard. Now it takes time, you gotta have a bit of time and patience, but it can work pretty well. You're next to field 9 there, do you say? Ooh, just to the west of field 9? I'm slowly gonna remove the size of field... Oh, that's a stupid thing. Reduce the size of field 11 and put my little yard into the bottom there. It is a lot of money for editing terrain, yeah, but if you want to get a good flat piece of land in there, it's easily worth it in my mind. Import duties, yeah, no, that's gonna happen unfortunately, Owen. Charlie Gaming and More, hello my friend, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So for those of you who just joined in, we are going to sell the last few remaining bales there. We're getting a little bit of extra funds really, just to kind of allow us to do a few things. I've got a contract already signed where we are going to do a bit of spraying in field 6. I do own a sprayer, so that's going to be a nice little revenue generation for me. And then we're going to see what else we can get ourselves into. I'd like to do a good harvesting job. I have the New Holland harvester, it'd be cool to use that again. We should also spray our field because it's full of weeds. How long have we been playing FS? Myself, I have been on and off through 13 and then 15 and 17 obviously. VF I believe is around 13 or 15. Hello Adam, welcome along, and Mr. CD Models, how you doing bud? That trailer is looking really good, CD. Looks fantastic. How did you find adding in the wear aspect? For those of you who have yet to check it out as well, do go and check out 4D Modding's Facebook page, where there are lots of pictures of the latest efforts that are going to be uploaded to Giants for testing and hopefully available for download through there shortly. Robbie Todd, hello my friend, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Josh Davidson, welcome along. When the next episode of Dairyman's Diary will be coming out? Charlie, tomorrow. It will be. I've actually just recorded most of it because I'm going to do a little bit of editing. So that's the last one there. What I think we'll do is there's only 5 bales there. We'll just stack those in the shed. We did lease this here auto stacker, so we'll get these stacked in the shed and then get that returned. I mean, my yard is not complete yet. This terrain is not ideal, but we'll figure out a way to make it better. There we go, lovely stuff. Shamrock Valley will be on 19. It is going to be at the very end of a long list of great maps by Oxy coming, so it will be arriving, but just not immediately. Excellent. Let's go and stick on the sprayer. Oh, bounce, bounce. How full are we there? Not very. I think what we'll do... What do I have in here? Do I have... fertilizer? Okay. Oh yeah, I agree, BF. Yeah, to get that in, that'll be a big relief to a lot of people there. Hey, FK, welcome along. Yeah, indeed. How's it going? How many mod map trailers come out yet? Have any mod map trailers? Not that we're aware of, no. There's still an awful lot for mod and map creators to kind of fathom and get used to, so... oh, I've gone the wrong way. I thought I had. Anyone who is making a new map or converting the map, there's a lot to consider there, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to take a little bit of time. Hey, Daryl, welcome along. How's it going? Dusty Dave, what's on, buddy? How are your horses holding out? Can you see them yet? I do remember Portland, Bill. Yeah. Gonna make some honey and lemon. That sounds rather nice, actually. Take care, Nightmare. We've got 31 people in here. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, if you have just joined. If you are enjoying the stream thus far, it really does help out. I'm missing since. They've gone for a wander. I saw you on the server. I was going to pop on, actually, but then I had to go and record. But I might be on in a little while. Does this have a little funnel on it? No. I really like on the Coon sprayer, there's a little funnel that comes out when you get close to... When you want to fill up the sprayer, there's a little funnel comes out which looks pretty cool. Watching whilst doing homework, Anthony Rashers, thank you very much for joining in. Hope your homework doesn't suck too much. Okay, so I'm going up to field 6. I think both of these maps, Giants have really pulled out all the stops here. They are fantastically well detailed. When you consider previous Giants maps, these are leaps and bounds above the rest of them. Very impressed by that. Hello Brian, welcome, welcome. The police are behind me, but not be. They'll never stop me, I'm going too fast for them. Currently playing the contract in a big field. Very nice. Has Gav finished doing his potatoes? He seems to be a sucker for long contracts there. I wish Raven bought a power line connecting the poles. I haven't actually looked at that. That's a good point. Okay, yeah, that's a small oversight if they don't. That's the thing, Dee. I don't know why they've never made that map. Like, with the big old red barns in there that you can actually use, and I just don't know why they've never made that. It seems really weird to me. I'm going in here, I think. I'll cut up here. Catch you later, Robbie Todd. Thanks for stopping by. Daryl, have I got rid of FS17? I have, unfortunately, yeah. As soon as I was about to download 19, 17 met its fate, unfortunately. It had a good run, but I didn't see any point in keeping it on the hard drive. I do really like the big self-propelled Hardy sprayer as well. That's a really nice machine to drive. Very impressed with that. SBF? I'm not sure, Daryl. We'll find out in a second when he comes back into the chat, I guess. Oh, that looks nice, actually. My screenshot folder, I'm sure it's the same for most people in here, my screenshot folder of FS19 is already far too full. I'm doing very well, thank you Brian, very well indeed. How about yourself today? Oh, the views from up there, it's very similar to where Corporate Contracting have their main yard, and it is a glorious little part of the map. I love the detail on the back of this sprayer. That is really cool. This? No. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. Hopefully you feel better soon. They're back again. Well, there you go. They just went for a stroll, DD. So for this contract here, this is a fairly large size field for spraying. I get about £7,000, €7,000 off here, which is pretty nice. It's nice. I think if anyone is starting on a start from scratch mode, the first thing you need to look into buying is a good fertilizer spinner, spreader, sprayer, something you can apply fertilizer with, because that is where a bulk of the contracts come from. Certainly worth looking into. No worries, FK. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. We'll see you in the next one. What is the time on game? Oh, it's 10:20. Sweet. $75.30s, yeah, would look very good actually. I do like a good 75-30 shape. Not too dissimilar tractor to this actually. In reality, I think it's a very similar chassis. It's just the bonnet that's changed really. I'm still desperately looking forward to GPS. Boy oh boy have I missed GPS. No worries Brian, we'll catch you in a little bit. Thanks for stopping by. I would like to see a few more Massies come in. Maybe that's me being a bit biased, but I'd love to see some older Massies arrive. I've really been enjoying using the Case 7210 that I have on the Dairyman's Diary series. That's a brilliant machine. The detail on that mod is great. How are we looking there? Oh, does that reflect what we have in the tank? Oh yeah, it does. Awesome. Interesting, DF. I wonder why that is. Well, that'd be a real shame actually if we don't get something like GPS, because that's a staple. Something we really need. I hope not, CD. I hope that someone like Giants would see that that's quite like a pivotal mod, and they'd work with the developers there. I wouldn't, Jimbo, I'd probably see I would not be surprised, let's say, if the New Holland 8340 from FS17 makes it across. I could quite easily see that happen. To be fair though, Owen, he was working for Cattle and Crops when he made it in the last one as well, from what I understand, so that shouldn't really prevent him. From what because I heard Landy's talking about the same thing, when he released the last version, yeah, he was still working for CNC then, so that shouldn't stop him, I don't think. Hopefully at least, because yeah, that'll be great to see coming through. I don't know where Cattle and Crops can go at the moment. I just think they had potential. I just don't think they went about it in the right way. And I think with the kind of feature creeping things at the moment, which is not a great way to go, and particularly when Giants and FS19 has, or the Farming Simulator franchise has gone from strength to strength, bringing in John Deere was huge for FS19's future, and I just don't know where Cattle and Crops go. They're just not releasing anything quick enough, I don't think. But I've never played the game, but I don't want to go into the game where I can't do everything at once. Where I can't have animals and make silage and harvest crops all in one go. Maybe I'm alone on that one, but it seems fairly logical. No worries, Jim Bob. We'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. No, that would be quite the simulation game, Owen. I'm not quite sure how to do all that. But yeah, that'd be quite the journey. I thought for a second those balls on the power lines were birds up there. That would have been pretty interesting. Super Lewis 10, hello, welcome along. How you doing today? Oh, there are those rules that mean nothing, so I'll ignore those. Forgetting to go into Nightbot and take those down. Awesome, should only take us another couple of minutes. We're into the shorter lengths of the field already, which is pretty cool. Oh, Mark, I think you're really right. I think when Cattle and Crops released their demonstrations, I think it really kicked Giants up a gear, which is I think what it was exactly needed at the time. And I love the way that they went straight out there and just, you know, started to undermine Cattle and Crops. Took away horse, for example, which really set them back a while because they had I'm fairly sure they had a lot of the models built and ready to roll, so they had to go back in and do all that again. So that's a really smart move. We'll get left there. 1, 2 passes maybe. A spanner there, Brian, is a moderator role. Now the best way to get one of those is just to become an active and trusted member of the community around the channel here. Be involved actively through the streams, and over time, if that continues, I can choose to reward people for being very supportive. So That's the best way to go about it. Hey John, what's up buddy? Welcome along. Exactly, Owen. That's always the best way to keep motivated when someone's threatening you with a better product. And I really don't know if Catalan Crops hadn't arrived. I'm not sure if John Deere would be in the game now. It could be fair to say. Look at this bonnet. Look at the light on the thing. Look mean. Wolf the Bay! How on earth did you break your finger? What on earth happened there? We have crazy birds. I've actually seen Steve, but it definitely hasn't fallen short of expectation. I think that's the problem they have in CD. I just don't think they have enough resources available. Not just money, but I just don't think they have enough developers or coders or designers to achieve what they want. And then that means that everything takes longer, which means that the money drains out even faster, really. Which is a shame, because I'd love to see them come in. Ah, that's awful. Awful, Wolf the Bay. Well, I hope it heals soon. Get it strapped up to the next finger, it should be fine. Hey, Farm for Life 1000, welcome, welcome, how you doing? We meet again in the field in a John Deere. Was Farmers Dynasty the game where they had like John Deere models in there without having the John Deere brand or something? Did that happen, or am I imagining that? Oh no, it's the left mouse button. Oh, that's the worst. Ah, yes, I remember that one now. And then they suddenly disappeared for a while. Okay, so we get this bit done, we should be good to go. Time to collect our money! John G. Illis, welcome along. Thank you ever so much for subscribing, my friend. Welcome to Simulation for the Nation. The Who's Hue of Gaming, hello. I love that name. How are you doing, bud? If you're just joining us, we are about to finish spraying off a contract field here. We've sold some straw bales this morning as well. Boom. Let's see if that's us done, shall we? And we are completed. Sweet. So we'll go and just take this back to the store. Back to the yard, sorry. I like the feature whereby you can, if you're doing any kind of spraying or fertilizer work, you can empty your machine out. What I don't quite like about it is where it empties the pallets. It's always miles away. You bought a Logitech G29 yesterday. Oh, nice. Very jealous. Can I do multiplayer videos on FS19? I can. So I am part of a contracting group called Corporate Contractors. Myself and Virtual Farmer is here, and we do multiplayer videos every Saturday and Sunday at the moment, and maybe more throughout the week. So keep an eye out on that one. But they are definitely coming. And if I could have more time in my week, I would definitely be looking into doing some more server work as well. Sadly, there are just not enough hours in my day. Okay, so we'll go back up to our little shed. Because I don't have a, I'm going to be careful where I drop this. I don't actually have a loader at the moment. So if I drop it too far away, it's just not going to save. If I do this, see if that can work. There we go. Oh, perfect. Nice. I'm hoping to get a gaming laptop for Christmas in FS19. Oh, that'll be awesome if you do. That'll be really cool. There's a lot to be said for a good gaming laptop. That's what I'm using now, and it's a great little machine. No, before we take that off, let's just that was the field that we harvested for cotton. Field 10 sounds like it might be pretty big. Field 10 is pretty big. Field 15. Do you know what? We're going to go and do a harvest, I think. Let's take the old gill. That is a M series Porcox. That is the 6135M. Not a bad little tractor, actually. Does a great job. Hey, Ollie Marchant, welcome, welcome. Ian Roberts, hello, my friend. Welcome along. How are you doing today? Look at me rocking my aviators in my combine. There you go. To field 15. There's no real quick way, so we'll go this way. Enjoying your day off work? That's the spirit. Hey, Jag980, welcome, buddy. How you doing? How was everything today? You broke both of your legs yesterday. Daryl, how on earth? How on earth? So we're going to trundle our way on down to 15. The good news is that we can... This contract's not the biggest, but we've got all the equipment we need, so we don't need to... it's not going to cost us anything else. FS19 is getting a mega workout. That's the way to go, Jag. It's the best way to look at it. What's your favourite feature in 19 thus far? I think my favourite thing to do so far in 19 is to plough a field with a withered field of weeds. That's always good because it means there's a lot of foliage being bent under the plough and it looks very cool. And the wear you get on the plough is always excellent to see. Oh, I missed your message there. VF, yeah, if you want to, I can recommend some good laptops. That the one I'm using is actually really good. Hasn't skipped a beat for me thus far. This time of year is the best time to try and buy one as well. It's a lot of sales on right now. Liking the game as a whole? That's all that matters, Jag, as long as you're enjoying it. That's the best thing. I find myself, when I have like a spare half an hour, just coming on and doing the job somewhere, going on just ploughing a field, just cultivating the field out somewhere, and it's very relaxing. It is an MSI. You are right, Farm for Life. Mine has a 1050 Ti, 4GB. It has a 2.6 gigahertz processor, I think, 16GB DDR4 RAM. So for running FS19, it runs it without even thinking. Is the JD 6010 series in game? It is not yet, Daryl, no. Now, that's not to say it won't come in. Someone might make a great mod of it. But we don't have that one. I'd love it to come in. I'd love a 6810 John Deere. That would be really cool. Great machine. Oh, that's 15 there, you moron. Okay, in we go. Oh, getting on some canola there. Happy days. No, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. There we go. Dagster has subscribed. Thank you very much, Dagster. Welcome to Simulation for the Nation. Really do appreciate that a lot. Oh, get around there. Come on. You have a new girl on the farm. Very nice, Jim Bob. Very nice indeed. Picked up there. What I do like, small little things that I noticed. Why are you not letting me go? It was field 15, right? Oops, didn't actually accept it. That's it. What I've noticed is that you can, unlike 70, you can disable the power of the implement without actually having to be on the implement, which works out really well. There we go. Small little things like that have changed to make it a much more comfortable feature. Summer Farmer States, hello, welcome, welcome, how are you doing today? Do I live on a farm? Not anymore, Brian, sadly. I used to for many years of my life, but not anymore. Oh, we're flying through this property. Another cement truck. Not enough of those. Good to hear, Summer Farm. Good to hear. Really nice. I know it's a lot to ask. It would be really nice if they made a variety of sizes of the TX, like a 34 in there, or even like if they did TX 60 series. That would be cool. I've had no issues with those at all, VF. Really good sound laptop. And to give you an idea, it even ran Gold Rush, the game, without overheating, which, considering it's a playway game, is quite a feat. What farm was it? It was a mixed arable and livestock. So we had... Oh, come on, there you go. We had, what do we have? About 500 head of sheep. Well, fluctuated between 5 and 7, depending upon flock rotation. We had about 100 head of cattle, and then the max of the most land we ever had was in the region of about 650 acres of land, of arable land. But then that scaled down over the years, and then yeah, we eventually folded the business in about how old am I now? About 12 years ago, I think. 11, 12 years. Welcome back, Ollie. do love Giants interiors. They do a really good job of them. I really don't think... Oh, I can get around one more time. And what we'll likely do is stick with some of the hard work for a little bit as we go and bring down the tractor trailer. Isn't it just stunning, the level of detail? It's little things like the levers on the straw chopper on the back there. And the springs to fold in the warning signs. Just great. Now unfortunately I haven't used my equipment enough to get them to wear. I'd love to see what this one looks like as it starts to wear. Oh nice, Jimbo. I like little things with the combines, how the combine cutter bar actually cuts, and the knives slowly stop when you disengage the threshing. That's really awesome. We're gonna get all the way around again. Yes, and some I would say. They really have, CD, haven't they? They've just and I like the fact they went back over a lot of the older models as well and redid them, like the Case Quad Track. It just looks fantastic. It looks so much better. Hey Sean, welcome. How you doing, bud? It's such a well-modeled machine now. And things like all of the new grain carts they brought in just look really good. When will I finish? Do you know what, Jim? I'm not sure. I'm enjoying myself. Going very well here. It's probably, I'd say, at least another 45 minutes. How much more challenging has it been from your aspect, CD, in terms of learning about the new textures? Is it just a case of getting stuck in and trial and error? Oh, we'll have to square that bit off. We'll come back to that a little bit. Takes a lot of hassle out of texture now. That's good to know. Spent 3 solid 12-hour days up to speed now. Now that is dedication for you. Is that how you spent your Thanksgiving weekend over here? That's fantastic. I can't wait to see what else you you push yourself to. Nine AM till 12:30 modern. That's the spirit. Okay, so I might just do one more trip around. Looks like we might be able to do it as well. And that should give us plenty of room to turn around. Yeah. Oh, it really does, Dusty. It really does. Hey Niels, welcome along. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great Monday so far. doing very well, thanks. I'm having a very chilled morning, getting a lot of, making a lot of progress here on Felsbrunn. Trying to get a few varying different contracts in, just to keep it all very interesting and different. Hopefully, I'd like to try and get something with a nice big John Deere in to use at some stage. That'd be pretty neat. Okay, so we'll get up to the end here. I think that'll about do it, and then we'll go and bring the John Deere down without a trailer on. We'd easily get everything into this trailer. I don't know where they want us to... Oh, we're just tipping up the hill there as well. That's pretty cool. Shouldn't take too long at all. By the time we get this third headland finished, we won't be far off being halfway through the field, I should have thought. I'm slowly getting used to the fact that the machinery icon in the top left corner is in the top left corner. I'm finally trained myself to keep looking up there as opposed to looking down in the bottom right corner, so we're making progress. It only took quite a while to train me out of that one. I love the way that if you're not quite lined up as well, like that little bit of OC right there, just bent out the way of the header. That works so well. Excellent work, John G. Love to hear that. Hey, Mr. Simulate, what's going on, bud? Are you keyboard or are you controller now? How are you fighting that off? Little Jack 27 2007, welcome along. How are you doing today, my man? Well, that's a train, that's a combine. There we go. Oof, that's a bit of a train drop. I'm currently in a rage quit mode. It's unlike you, Sim. It's quite funny because through all of these issues with controllers, Landy and I were saying last night that he uses an Xbox controller, I use a PS4 controller, and we've never had a single issue with either. It's kind of nuts. I'm very pleased about that as well. I don't know if anyone has tried it. Whilst this trailer is very cool, it also, obviously as we all know, you can take the sides off, use it as a bale trailer. It becomes horrendously unstable when you stack two bales high on it. I went around the slightest bend like this and it rolled my tractor and trailer. I wasn't even going full speed. Oh, that's true. That makes sense. I wish this tractor had a beacon. That's my only kind of negative about this. Just a single beacon would be great. Other than that, I love this machine. It almost does look like it's floating. Let's cut across the path. There's no one coming. Get myself lined up here properly. Oh, I also last night, spoiler alert for what might be coming up in Dairyman's Diary tomorrow. I used the Giant's new stock animal transporter, the big new aluminium semi-trailer. Lord, is that a nice model! Heavens above! Hey Lewis, welcome along bud, how you doing? Oh, I need, this song is terrible. What is this? Better. I've never actually used a wheel before. I'm toying with the idea of getting one. It would likely be towards the new year now, but definitely something I'm thinking about getting. Hey Liam7710, what's going on bud? How you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. Nice to have you back on board. What do you think of Farm Simulator 19? Golgo13, hello! Welcome along, softness. Ha! That's a little bit long, but yeah, we'll do it anyway. Oh, you know, I'll always be around at some point there, Liam. But you're right, it is a stunning game. I've never had any rain yet. I'm curious to see how the rain works. I saw Dave had rain in his stream and it went pitch black, so I would like to see if that happens with me as well. Best wheel is still a G29, huh? Yeah, if I went for one, that's probably the option I'd go for. I see Mr. Dave has gone live. He told me last night he wasn't going to. I will likely get this field finished and then probably call it there, I think. Best build quality, well that's what you need with a wheel. Those wheels got a real hammering I suppose, so that's always ideal. God, look at the way the birds just fly around is really cool. Hey Brendan, what's going on bud? How you doing? Catch you later, Liam. Thanks for stopping by, bud. I'm not too bad at all, thank you, Brendan. Yeah, having a great time. We are... I'm not can't remember how much we get for this contract. It's, geez, not much. $2 grand. Oh well. We'll get this done. That's another one done at least. The money keeps coming in. I tell you what, when you're on start from scratch, it really is hard to get any good revenue going along. Oh yeah, like this the way, particularly if you're in a machine, Dusty, where you've got like the consoles built into the chair and that all moves up and down with you. Really, really good. No, we're nowhere near full either. Terrific. There you go, Dusty. That's the ticket. Well, Sim, if you did a live stream of yourself getting angry inside a cab not being able to move much, that would be pretty amusing for everyone. Everyone but yourself, of course. I'd watch that. For an hour of you just getting more and more annoyed. Just a little bit there as well. So what I think we'll do actually, we might just go up this end and then back down the other, and that will be closer to being full. Yeah, I saw that VF earlier. I said I was going to go until about 12:30 anyway, so he did tell me last night he wasn't going to be streaming. But I'm going to get this finished up anyway. I might go until we get down to the other side there. The yield on this field is terrible as well. No worries. I did see a script out on ModHost that I haven't downloaded that doubles the yield, but then I haven't really had enough time on my own fields to know how much yield I'm getting off a single field anyway, if that makes sense. Something I need to look into. I think it might be just a bit more realistic as it is. No worries, Mark. Yeah, for sure. Just let me know when you're around. We'll figure that out and get you all up and rolling again. Assuming the server doesn't play games against us. I would also like manual unloading to come back in. I do much prefer manual to this automatic thing. Hey James Halpin, welcome along bud, how are you doing? Nice to have you on board. How was your Monday today? I can almost guarantee it's not going to allow me to get all of this field into one trailer load. Sam Noble, welcome along. How are you today, sir? Been doing nothing but contracting. Gotta work up that money somehow. Have you saved it at all recently, Dusty? That might be a good idea. No worries, Jim Bob. Catching a bit. Excellent. I'm doing very well, thanks, Sam. Yeah, very well indeed. Just started your Ravenport save game. There you go, James. I really do like the Ravenport map, actually. More than I thought I would. Very good map. I messed up there. Let's get that corner off first. Should have probably done one more headland just to keep me straight a bit. Hey ho. Well, hello GD. Welcome back. Crashed into anything else? Oh, excellent VF. Do share with me later. I was toying the idea of taking, so this Start From Scratch series on Felsbrunn here is very much, at the moment at least, a live stream. Would everyone in chat, would you like to see this come across as a video, maybe once, twice a week at the moment? Just trying to think, whilst we have very few maps and very few areas in which to make new content on, I thought it would be nice to kind of bring this, keep this going, because I can only really stream once a week at the moment. Sounds like a good idea. Thank you, Golgo. And what's that looking like? Maybe once this pass is done, 2.5 more. Get out of here, birds. The contracts are nice because you can pick and choose, like you can get like a nice small field like this one that, you know, you do a bit of combining, it might take you, you know, I don't know, it might take you 20 minutes to do, but then you're done, and then you go and move on and do something completely different. Now that is true. That's very true, yeah. I'm not going to get all this into one, so we won't even attempt it. Starting to see a little bit of wear come onto the combine. I'll have to have a look around there soon and see where that is and exactly what we've got coming through. I'd love to see the wear coming through on different machines. The wear on the plough so far is by far my favourite. It's a magically extending combine. Not quite sure how that's happening. And yeah, okay. If we're going to miss some, we might as well miss it properly. Oh, we're still not though. I love the fact as well, you look into the engine bay, there's a lot of detail on there that I don't think there was previously put in there. Yeah, you know where it says like you'll need to lease this equipment plus 2 if there's like a combine and tractor and trailer. If you could just lease the sugar beet harvester, because by fairly early on the first thing you kind of buy is a tractor and maybe a trailer, so you're kind of all covered for that. Please all fit in here. I don't want to have to do 2 loads. Rubbish. Okay. Well, what we'll do, we're not too far away actually, it's just to the very north of where we are here. We're just going to drop the header off anyway. And then we'll leave this here, we'll come back to that in just a second. Hello train. In an ideal world as well, we'll get all the way up to the top there. And then it'll say, we'll tip this load and it'll say that we're completed. So then we've got a little bit of grain for ourselves. So I think that's where we're going. Yes. We've still got 26 people in here. Thank you ever so much everyone for hanging on. We're going to be wrapping up shortly. If you have enjoyed the stream and you've yet to do so, please do hit that like button. It really does mean an awful lot. It helps the stream grow, helps the channel grow, helps everyone be happy. Oh, no, you crashed in the process. And if you are new to the channel and you've yet to do so, do hit that subscribe button and join Simulation for the Nation. I hope you will enjoy everything you see there. I think my objective for this afternoon is to find a contract that I can do where I have to lease the ideal, because I need to play with that ICO ideal. It's over here somewhere, I think. Uh-oh. I may not have come into this in the right way. There we go. So what will be interesting to see is if they are going to classify us as completing the contract here. So that'll be a nice little bump in revenue for us if we can keep 1,000 litres of canola. Ah, 93%. Ah, that's annoying. That wasn't me. I wasn't looking at the flatbed. Trouble is, when you're on start from scratch mode here, I think to get like the cheapest field you can buy is like 120, 130,000. It's going to be really a big slog to kind of get up to that level of income. Hey, Robbie Todd, welcome back. Assuming you don't buy any new equipment or anything like that, you're going to have to be hanging on for quite some time. Yeah, we're going to have to find some monstrous contracts here. Which I think are usually kind of root crop contracts. That's what I'm going to have to try and find. But anyway, we will likely just get this slug under here, tip this out, and then get this combine taken back off camera. There goes that train again. So I'll crash into my own equipment. That's always good. I love the detail on this trailer though. Look at all the metal clasps and the sliding door in the back there. It just looks so good. Yeah, that makes sense, Dave. And assuming that you have all the equipment, if you have to lease equipment, then obviously it's even less. And particularly if you're on the server, you don't want someone coming in land grabbing everything and then it's less fun for everyone else. At least if there's a lot of contract jobs, then everyone can do bits and pieces. Okay, so we'll get this finished here. We'll make us, I think this only makes us like $2,000, but hey, it's better than the poke in the eye. Yeah, oh I bet, Dave. Oh, they're getting a little bit of an overhaul. Interesting. That is interesting. Excellent. A lot of ploughing as well. So if we look at 19 there. 19 is a deceptively big field. That will take, with that setup, that will take forever. That really will. That'll take a good few hours. However, we are done. So what we're going to do, I'm going to drive my machines back over to my yard while parking up there, and we are going to call this a day for the stream. So thank you ever so much everyone who has watched. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation for more, and we will see you probably later on next week, I would think. But keep an eye out on my social media pages for more information on that. Until then though, have a great rest of your day, guys. Enjoy the rest of the streams coming up. I believe it's going to be with David streaming now, then you got Simulate, and then Mr. Landy Kid wrapping up. So we will probably see you in some of those streams. Until next time though, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you later.